Edpuzzle is a great tool to create formative assessments or to create assessments to be given before a lesson to introduce material. It allows you to take a YouTube video and actually add questions into it to make the lesson more meaningful and more engaging, and also to give the teacher feedback from the student viewing of the video itself.
In the trial that convicted them. We know that eyewitness identifications are fallible. The other comes from an interesting aspect of human memory that's related to various brain functions, but I can sum up for the sake of brevity here in a simple line. Right? The brain abhors a vacuum. Under the best of observation conditions, the absolute best, we only detect, encode, and store in our brains bits and pieces of the entire experience in front of us. And they're stored in different parts of the brain. So now when it's important for us to be able to recall what it was that we experienced, we have an incomplete, we have a partial store. And what happens?
So as you can see, I've actually answered this question already. But Edpuzzle, I can add questions into the video itself that come up at predefined spots. Here I added the question, please explain how the notion of reconstructive memory applies to Scott Fraser's statement. So in the previous lesson for this, I'd actually talked about the idea that memory is not reliable. And we had talked in a few lessons, we've talked about schema theory, and we've talked about Piaget and Bartlett, some of these psychologists and some of their research, and we had just talked about Elizabeth Loftus and the notion of reconstructive memory. So what I was looking for here was for students to be able to show me some kind of evidence that they had understood this term reconstructive memory and they could apply it to what Scott Fraser was just saying in this video. So they would type this in, and you can't tell, but I've provided this through our learning management system through Blackboard for us. And so it automatically records who the student is. They didn't have to log in. It pulled it from the learning management system. And so when I go into my Edpuzzle account, it actually shows the student's answers there. So I can actually read through and either grade them or at least get an idea to see how students are doing. And then once they finish, they hit continue, and the next, and it'll play a video and another question will come up.
Below awareness, with no requirement for any kind of motivated processing, the brain fills.
So I'm going to skip forward a little bit to the next question.
Reconstructed memories. It happens to us in all the aspects of our life all the time.
And so here another question comes up. I haven't answered this one. And so you can see it asks them to relate this to post-event information, misinformation effect, which is an idea coined by Elizabeth Loftus, and also Piaget's schema theory. So again, they would type in their answer. So this relates, and they can answer it out. And so it's a way for me to kind of do a quick formative assessment in a meaningful way. They're actually getting to see new information and apply it, their old information to this. So it gives me a check on what they understand. I could also use this as a precursor to a lesson and make sure, use this video to help get some of these ideas in their brain so we could jump into material quicker. I could even at the end of this ask them, what are 3 things that stuck out in this video that you found interesting? And that could actually help me form the basis of our discussion in class. So it's a powerful tool to make videos a little more interactive and help you as a teacher get more meaningful information out of them.